Hi everyone, welcome back to JP WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good weekend, guys. Start of your week, depending on when you're watching this. As you can hear, my voice is still croaky. I haven't recovered from the karaoke from Thursday night. One thing I have recovered from, though, that a lot of people don't seem to have been able to recover from yet, is what happened on Saturday. Now, for those that don't know, where the bloody hell have you been for the last few days? But to recap, what I'm saying is everybody's fallout, for lack of a better way of putting it, to Daniel Kretinsky being sidelined, for lack of a better way of putting it, by Amanda Staveley to buy the Vanessa Gold family shares in West Ham. So let's go into a bit more detail because I've had a bit of time to think about it. One of the reasons why I don't do instant videos is one, the internet's not quick enough here. Unfortunately, it was in the old place, but it's not any here. And two, my ethos has always been, for the 7 or 8 years that I've been making content on this channel, is not to be reactionary, to put thought into what I'm talking about and to research the topics we're going to be talking about. So guys, before we go into that, I just want to do a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really, really nice retro gear, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts, and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out as well. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they are currently supporting a hell of a lot of food banks. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those less fortunate than you and I. But what I also want to tell you guys is, as of today, as per the animation here, there's a brand new line of t-shirts in the channel shop, Over Land and Sea. I did do these a few years ago, but it was crap. I got rid of it a little while back when I was rebranding a lot of the t-shirts, and this is the prime example of a rebrand. Really nice design that I've been able to bring up to the Over Land and Sea with, as you can see from the animation that's been up here, is there's a really nice anchor with the crossed hammers over it, Over Land and Sea. Just perfect for what I think you guys will like it. And although there is the 10% off discount for for Come On You Irons, that runs out in a couple of weeks, guys. But as part of the campaign for the Overland and Sea, same thing. If you put in OLAS, OLAS, you'll get 10% off for the entire month of August. So after the normal one runs, you get 10% up until the 1st of September off just the OLAS shirts. So guys, thank you very much for any purchases you're making. Now is the right time to do it. It's payday weekend. Can't think of a better time for you guys to do it. But I can think of a better time for you guys in terms of being reactionary, because now is not the time to do it. I know a lot of people out there do it because of rage, because they want to get it off their shirts, off their shoulders or whatever. And fair play, I get it. I understand the reasons why people do that, but it just makes you look crap a few weeks down the line, And this is the prime example. When it was announced that Kretinsky was going to purchase some of the Gold family shares, everybody was jumped on the bandwagon. Everyone was just like, yeah, he's the new messiah, he's gonna stabilize the club, blah blah blah. I said in my video about it at the time that let's wait and see what happens, but hopefully this will be a good thing for West Ham. As it turns out, at the end of last week, he was still a small shareholder. David Sullivan is still the majority 38.8% shareholder. Kretinsky is still 20 something, whatever it is. So yeah, it's gonna, unfortunately, we're not looking at anytime soon any changes. But having said that, after having a conversation with Gatesy last night, because I asked his opinion on it, what he thought about the situation and how everyone's been processing it. While that was going on, the conversation, I sent him a 10-minute voice note. I'm not going to lie, over WhatsApp. I sent him a 10-minute voice note, because you guys know how I waffle. You really do. And there was a lot of things that came up in that conversation that I didn't even think of at the time until we were talking about it. Okay, for example, one of the reasons why Daniel Kretinsky may or may not have been so quiet in relation to getting this is, as I said in yesterday's video, is that Staveley swiped in and went to Vanessa Gold directly. It's possible. Having said that, this might be the reason why Kretinsky didn't action anything. Although, one of the other possibilities is if the clubs, what we're hoping is going to happen over the next 3 to 4 seasons is that we get back to the Premier League next season, and within 2 to 3 seasons of that, we're pushing him for Europe again. Now, if you remember, what was it? The start of last season. Well, it's going to be that way for you guys, isn't it? Because that's the future, that's the past. um, so yeah, the start of last season, one of the care chairmen at Crystal Palace had to stand down, sell his shares, because otherwise Palace won't be playing in Europe because of his association with another European team that was in Europe at the same point. And we all know the big legal conversations that happen between the two of it. That I'm not saying that that's the case, but that's a general situation with Kretinsky. It could really well be it. Yeah, it could well be the fact that because he owns, is it Slavia Prague or Sparta Prague? I can never remember which way round it is, but because he has a high dealings with that, he could be going, actually, no, I want to kind of distance myself from the club, just be a silent shareholder because of that. I don't think that's the case in any shape or form. Guys, please watch this entire video before you start making comments, including certain people out there that just look at the thumbnail and start typing the second the video starts. Which I should have really opened with that, really. But also at the same point, you've got to look at how badly Royal Mail have done since Kretinsky's been in charge. So Gatesy made a good point. Has there been conversations with Kretinsky and Staveley saying that because you guys have had such a good running with Newcastle, if it all goes through, I'm happy for you to take over from that point of view in terms of the day-to-day running of the club? Because let's face it, guys, as we've mentioned before, the training ground is in dire straits. Really needs to be updated as soon as possible. Unfortunately, because of back-to-back relegations that Leicester have had, we've now got a League One side that's got a better. We're probably half of the League One, to be fair, is probably got better training facilities than we do. I know most of the Championship doesn't. I certainly know all of the Premier League does. That's for sure. So there's that. There's also down to the fact that we don't know exactly how instrumental Daniel Kretinsky was in terms of the running of the Prague football team. We don't know. I mean, obviously they became a very dominant force, and fair play to them. But we don't know if Daniel Kretinsky's actually got any part of that. He might have been sitting down, blah blah, and just letting other people do it. I said it with the Jab Bowen video as well when the new contract information came out. Like I said, that Bowen's throwaway line of him saying that he went out to Prague to speak to Daniel and Jan, I think it was, about it. I said at the time that worries me because how much of an involvement does Daniel Kretinsky have in the running of the club on a day-to-day basis? So if you put all this together, okay, granted, this is only from my point of view, and guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, other than the cliche of he just doesn't give a shit about the club. I mean, there is that possibility as well, don't get me wrong. There is a very distinct possibility that Kretinsky's only here to make money. That's what shareholders, that's what Staveley and the consortium are going to be. And while we're talking about consortiums, guys, don't forget that a consortium purchased Crystal Palace from Simon Jordan. Not obviously thingy Bob. I can't remember his name for the lack of it. That just popped into my head now. But again, as that goes back to my point, consortium is brilliant. The more people that are involved in running the football club, hopefully the better, because you've only had really 2 people running it so far. God rest David Gold. We've only really had David Sullivan and Karen Brady running it, and look what's happened. Kretinsky's been very instrumental in getting Bowen's contract done. He was very instrumental in getting Nuno done. So he is there for the big things, but how big before his involvement starts? That's the bigger question. And that's the point. If you put everything together, there's a very, very good chance that Kretinsky is not the savior that everybody thought he was going to be. There's a very good chance he's only here for the money. Now, I hope that's not the case. I want to be proven wrong. I genuinely do want to be proven wrong on this. But we'll have to wait and see, because this is not a reactionary video in any shape or form. This is me processing everything that's happened over the last couple of months. Kretinsky didn't buy the shares. Was it A, because when Staveley was spotted at the London Stadium, that's when the conversations were being taken place with Vanessa Gold directly? Or B, was the conversations between Kretinsky and Vanessa Gold unattainable in terms of what her value was? I don't think the latter's the case. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had that statement. So I genuinely think that what we talked about yesterday is the overriding factor of what's happened. That Staveley has had conversations with Vanessa Gold around the same time that Kretinsky's had conversations with her, and as a result, it's now been made public that Vanessa Gold has agreed to those terms, and that a bid was put in as a result of it. So a lot of this preemptive stuff that's floating around at the minute is legal and is viable. Don't get me wrong. X has done a brilliant update on Patreon in terms of how the breakdown of the shares could happen in the two rounds 1 and 2 before the end of September, because it's 2 months. We're now in August and September. So by the early October, hopefully we should find out what's going on. Either way, we have to process everything and make a decision on how we're going to be treating Kretinsky, how we're going to be treating Staveley, how we're going to be treating Vanessa Gold, etc., once everything is available and everything is known. I mean, obviously, we'll never get into the full ramifications of it all because we'll never know the full ins and outs of it. But at the same point, guys, we have to be patient and we have to be able to assess all the facts first before coming to the conclusion. And this is the reason why this channel exists, for exactly that. Because you guys that have been with me for the last 6-7 years, however long you've been watching, thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. I mean, there have been people that have been with me since 2018, when I started doing all the 18-19 season, at the end of the 17-18 season, when I started doing the watch-alongs for all the away games, because I was a season ticket at that time. Don't think the watch-alongs are going to be happening this season, but if I get a good fortune in finance, then yeah, I can get the computer fixed and we can start doing them again. I miss them; they're really, really good fun. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, look after yourselves. Take care. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on what you're thinking on what the situation is. I mean, do you agree with me? Do you feel that we just have to wait for everything to be announced before we make a decision on how these people are going to be running the club, or are you just going to take it as read now that everything's fucked? Everybody's talking about. And once again, guys, I want to say there's misinformation out there because it's not a takeover. Staveley is buying out or trying to buy out Gold. That's it. The Gold family. That's it. That's all she's trying to do. There's no takeover yet. And I stress yet. It's very distinctly that it's going to happen further down the line. But guys, as I say, look after yourselves. Take care. Put your comments in the comment section below. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and also the start of your week as well, for that matter. And I will see you very, very soon. All the best now.